Hello and welcome to Group 3's presentation on Nike. It's going to be Stephanie, Rebecca, myself, and Matt presenting. Starting with just an overview of our presentation, we're going to be going over the background, the target markets, the CEO and AdWords for the company, a strategy that we found useful, along with a recommendation, and closing it out with a conclusion. So starting with Nike's vision statement, it's to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. One of the co-founder, Bill Bowerman's quotes is, "If you have a body, you are an athlete." This was reportedly added by the co-founder, Bill Bowerman, who explained that if you have a body, you're an athlete, basically showing that Nike's overall goal is to inspire everybody and anybody, whether you're Tom Brady or just a hobbyist who likes to run or do yoga and just wants you to be comfortable in the gear you wear that makes you feel as successful as you can, even if it's just for your everyday daily errands. So a little background on Nike. There are very few brands who have been able to become synonymous with pop culture in the 20th century. But in the last few decades, Nike has become one of the leading of the sports world, as well as part of the daily lives of millions of people everywhere. Athleisure has a great market share now. Nike is the world leading supplier of athletic shoes and apparel. It controls more than 47% of athletic shoe market, with the sale of a US dollar over $3.7 billion. The company itself was founded in 1962 by Bill Bowerman and Phil Knight, originally as the Blue Ribbons Sport, and later on it became Nike in 1978. It is supplying its high-quality products in more than 100 countries, with its major target areas including the US, Europe, Asia Pacific, and the Americas. Nike has been able to attain this legendary position through innovation and their attractive design, quality production, and wise marketing strategies. Before the Just Do It slogan, the infamous Nike swoosh was designed by Portland State University student Carolyn Davidson for just $35. At a later stage, she was given stock that's now worth more than $640,000. Their first location was opened successfully in Santa Monica, California. As I stated, they have almost 50% of the market share in the US by 1980, and that's the same year that they became public. The Just Do It slogan was created by a famous advertising company, Wieden and Kennedy, and this helps coin most of the success of Nike and is still utilized today. Now Stephanie's going to go into Nike's current position.
So Nike's vision is that anyone can be an athlete. They have transitioned from targeting pro athletes specifically to targeting the general public. They have seen continued success by utilizing athletes and slogans and buzzwords. If you access it today, it says equality. Nike utilizes single buzzwords like this to drive awareness and engage their consumer base, by making them feel like they are a part of something bigger. The equality campaign is Nike believes in respect and equality, and that these values are worth standing up for and supporting. Equality follows Nike's recent announcement of its partnership with Mentor and Peace Players International to drive change within communities. Building on these partnerships, Nike will donate $5 million in 2017 to numerous organizations that advance equality in communities across the United States, including Mentor and Peace Players. The next slide, we'll talk about Nike's target market. Nike has a huge range in its target market. They have a wide range of different products, each targeting and appealing a specific group of people. They aim to meet the requirements of people of all ages belonging to different categories. This strategy has made this company to gain maximum number of customers and profit. Next, Nike's digital marketing strategy. So Nike focuses its digital marketing strategy in 3 categories. First, they focus on resources. As the company drops costs on TV and printing advertising, the the resources specifically dropped 40% in the US in just 3 years. The company's total marketing budget has steadily climbed upward to hit a record of $2.4 billion. Social media has become one of its bigger investments and resources to hiring staff, creating content, helping the content spread, etc. Next, Nike focuses on relationships. If you take a look at Nike's social media platforms, you will quickly see that they are invested in the relationships with their consumers. They are constantly listening and engaging with them, whether that's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. When consumers have questions or comments regarding products, they have digital marketing professionals who are replying back to them. Lastly, Nike focuses on storytelling. Nike is a company that is built by storytellers. Today, they proudly look to hire those who can tell a story, whether you work in social or product design. Obviously, this strategy has worked. Nike has produced some of the most memorable ads of all time. They've carried this ability to tell a story into their social channels, piecing together stellar content to paint a bigger picture. In order to stand out from all the noise today, you need to have people on your staff that can tell a story. Social media and digital is about much more than platforms. It's about the ability to tug at customers through meaningful and engaging content. It's about telling it, not selling it. Rebecca will now go into the Nike SEO strategy.
So first, what is SEO? It is the search engine optimization, and it's the process of enhancing online visibility of a web page or a website in an unpaid search result. And keywords are connectors within the search engine optimization that develops relationships between viewers and online portals. We will discuss keywords in a few slides. Going forward for the search engine optimization, when a business wants to be visible to its customers who are internet savvy, it probably cannot be ignored the relevance of an organic search. An easy way to locate the website and informative content are the two main things that need to be well thought through with search engine optimization. To put this in perspective, Nike was able to increase their organic web traffic by 196%. Looking a little deeper into Nike's search engine optimization strategy, Nike utilizes something called a top-level domain approach. Sometimes this is called the internet domain extension. It is the very last section of an internet domain name located after the last dot to help form a fully qualified domain name. For example, the top-level domain of Nike.com is the .com. Top-level domains serve as an instant way to understand what a website is about or where it's based. For Nike, this is how they adapt their marketing approaches to different audiences from different countries and for different products. Nike does an excellent job of getting customers past their homepage and the trigger traffic to subsequent pages through their website setup. There are very few words on the homepage, allowing the viewer to make their own interpretation of the content and get the user engaged in the site. If you access the homepage today, it says equality. This has empowering pictures of celebrities joining together. Nike utilizes these single buzzwords to drive awareness and engage their customer base, making them feel that they are part of something. The site also connects with other brands through individual domains, and each site has its own style. The Converse site focuses more on showing the actual product and new offerings, while the Jordan brand gives the consumers the more detailed product information, probably due to their specific clientele base. Moving on to Nike's use of AdWords. AdWord is an advertising service by Google for businesses wanting to display ads on Google and its advertising network. The AdWords program enables businesses to set a budget for advertising and only pay when people click on those ads. Businesses use AdWords to create relevant ads using keywords that people who search the web utilizing the Google search engine would use. The keyword, when searched for, triggers your ad to be shown. The catch is finding a balance between low, medium, and high competition keywords. The keywords shown below are encompassing of the sports community that Nike is attempting to reach. Nike is a well-known brand, which means they need to continue to find innovative ways to keep customers' attention. Something to note is that there is a huge growing market around women's empowerment in sports, which Nike has aligned with. Nike's famous slogan, "Just Do It," is one of the most recognized slogans around the world. Nike's slogan is recognizable in any search, making the company very easy to access. Nike's keywords are easy to find when it comes to researching the brand online. Two broad and inexpensive terms our teams have identified are exercise and performance, which are cheap ways to ensure as customers are searching for how to get back into shape or some of the best forms of exercise, Nike will continue to keep up. Next up is Matt, and he's going to be going over our recommendations.
All right, so this brings us to our recommendations portion based on our analysis of Nike, what their strengths are, what their business is all about, and what you could view as perceived weaknesses, even though Nike is a very strong and robust company. So our three recommendations are: first, product diversification, which could be attributed to a potential weakness that Nike focuses very heavily on athletic shoe wear. Our second is having a strategy for low-income consumers, built upon the perceived weakness that Nike markets very heavily and gets perceived as a premiumly positioned brand. And then lastly is being more transparent. So Nike has had a history of having some public relations issues with in regards to brand integrity and some of their labor practices. So our next slide goes over product diversification. So Nike has been largely successful due to their athletic shoe wear. Although this doesn't pose a huge problem, sole reliance on shoes could affect their ability to compete within the athletic wear marketplace. The reality is that Nike's other competitors have robust product lines in different areas such as golf, tennis, and soccer. Nike has struggled to establish footholds in some of these areas, most notably golf. Although a segment such as golf has shown decline in recent years, Nike's main competitors in the athletic wear market continue to innovate and offer products in this area. By committing to expanding their product line in areas such as golf, Nike can do a better job of remaining competitive within the athletic marketplace. This includes apparel as well as equipment. So the next slide talks about the strategy for low-income consumers. So Nike has a reputation as being more of a premium product that is not always affordable to every consumer. This can create the problem that Nike doesn't offer enough solutions for people of lower income. There's nothing wrong with marketing to a premium or high income segment. When your company has grown to the size of Nike's, there needs to be a strategy to tap new segments. The economy ebbs and flows, but there's been an increase in trends of economic decline. What this means is that a higher percentage of people struggle to make ends meet and look to spend the majority of their income on the essentials and pay less of a premium for apparel and products. Nike can combat this by developing a strategy for lower income consumers. This strategy can include a more affordable line of primarily footwear and athletic wear that lower income people can still afford to purchase. The next slide talks about our recommendation of transparency. So although Nike is a high-powered global brand, they've gotten into trouble historically due to a lack of transparency. There's been a history of brand integrity being damaged due to scandals such as Nike's use of sweatshops. Although things have been done to alleviate this specific instance, a focus on transparency would help to attack the root cause of these issues. As time goes on, customers are more and more focused on brand integrity and giving their business to companies that are perceived as sustainable and goodwill driven. By utilizing social media platforms to communicate directly with customers and consumers, Nike can deliver full disclosure on details about potential issues and problems within the organization that will inevitably reach the public eyes and ears. So this means that being fully transparent doesn't completely solve Nike's issues if they continue to sacrifice integrity for the bottom line and for profit, but being transparent can help their current situation. And then in conclusion, just do it. Thank you.